I got it.
All
I
right.
completely agree with this.
I oh, I like this next step.
Yeah.
This
Number
next rule,
thir
I mean.
Number 13. The higher the hair, the closer to God, aka the cloud rule.
Or the
The more
Yugi rule.
outrageous his hairstyle, the more important a male character is to the story.
Actually, that's a general anime rule, isn't it?
Yeah, Yugi again comes to mind.
Goku.
Big
Goku.
Goku. Yeah.
No, it's like
Apparently,
Yu-Gi. It's like
you
Yu-Gi-Oh!
know,
Where British,
you know what?
your
That,
hairstyle is outrageous enough for two people.
you know what? The cloud rule pretty much sums up the concept of the Super Saiyan, or if you prefer, the concept of supersonic. It's like,
You can't get more true though than this rule.
Number 14, Garrett's principle. Let's not mince words. You're a thief. You can walk into just about anybody's house like the door wasn't even locked. You just barge right in there and look for stuff. Anything you can find that's not nailed down is yours to keep. You'll often walk into perfect strangers' homes, lift their precious artifacts, and then cart it with them like you're their old neighbors as you head back out with their family heirlooms under your arm. Unfortunately, this never works in stores.
No.
you know what? Yeah, that is so true. It was actually kind of a surprise when I first picked Oblivion, the first Western RPG I ever played, and found out that you actually get arrested for busting into people's houses.
Now, my favorite is in Pokemon games, where they'll have shit just, especially the older ones where they couldn't, hide the stuff in funny ways. They just had them lying on the table, and you can just pick it up and take it with you, with the guy sitting at the table in front of you, and he'll say nothing about it.
Indeed.
Alright, number 15 is a little bit long, but number 15. Hey, I know you. You will accumulate at least 3 of these obligatory party members. 1. The spunky princess who is rebelling against her royal parent and is in love with the hero.
Garnet.
2. Yeah. 2. The more soft-spoken female mage and healing magic specialist who is not only in love with the hero, but is also the last survivor of an ancient race.
Eris.
Yeah. The tough-as-nails female warrior who is not in love with the hero. Note that this is the only female character in the game who is not in love with the hero and will therefore be indicated as such by having a spectacular scar, a missing eye, cyborg limbs, or some other physical deformity. See the good, the bad, and the ugly rule. Thinking of
4.
Isla. No, from Chrono Trigger.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Number 4, the achingly beautiful gothy swordsman who was riven by an inner tragedy. Number 5, the big, tough, angry guy who deep down is a total softie. Number 6, the hero's best friend who is actually much cooler than the hero. Number 7, the grim, selfish mercenary who over the course of the game learns what it really means to care about other people.
Squall.
Sid.
Number 8, yeah, and Sid. Number 8, the character who is actually a spy for the bad guys, but will instantly switch to your side when you find out about it.
Kate
Sith.
Sith.
Yeah. Number 9, the weird bonus character who requires a bizarre series of side quests to make them effective, with the ultimate result that no player ever uses this character except it can be avoided.
Vincent.
Cloud and Tactics.
Vincent.
Wait, Vincent was good from the off.
Well, yeah, but it was annoying to try and get him.
And
Yeah.
number 10, the nauseating cute mascot who was useless in all battles.
Kate Sith.
Kate Sith, yeah, Kate Sith is useless. I was actually thinking of something else, but I can't. I can't. It escapes me.
Also, Johnny, you're cutting off a little bit. Speak a little bit directly into the mic so you're not as echoey.
I gotta reposition my here.
Number 16. Hey, I know you, too. You will also confront/be confronted by at least 3 of these obligatory antagonists. Number 1. The amazingly good-looking and amazingly evil, long-haired pretty boy who may or may not be the ultimate villain.
Sephiroth.
Sephiroth.
The villain's
Well-
loyal right-hand man who comes in 2 versions, humorously incompetent or annoyingly persistent. Number 3.
Okay.
No, you go ahead if you have something to say.
No. I was thinking of the Chancellor from Chrono Trigger.
Okay. Number 3. The villain's attractive female henchman who is the strongest and most competent soldier in the army, but always lets the party escape because she's, yes, fallen in love with the hero.
Hero.
Oh, great.
Number Number 4. Your former ally who supposedly died and was forgotten about until much later in the game when she shows up again on the villain's side and full of bitterness.
That would be Final Fantasy II Leon, wouldn't it?
I would think so.
Yes.
Number 5. The irritatingly honorable foe whom you never get to kill because, upon discovering the true nature of his superiors, he's either nobly sacrifices himself or joins your party. Number 6. The insane clown or jester who will turn out to be surprisingly difficult to subdue. Oh,
Kafka.
Yeah, Kafka. Number, 7? The mad scientist who likes creating mutated creatures and powerful weapons because it's fun. And also handy if your uninvited adventurers show up. Who's that guy in Devil May Cry 4? With the stutter? He fits
Agnes.
Yeah, Agnes.
Agnes. That's...
I know that's not an RPG, but he fits that rule to a T.
I'm thinking of Dr. Luge from 4. I'm not sure if it's Luge or Lugie.
Lugie sounds funnier, so we'll go with that.
I'm going to say, let's go with Lugie.
Okay, and finally, number 8. The adorably cute little creature or 6-year-old child who fights and inexplicably kicks your butt time after time.
All right. Hey, I want to do this next one. Rule 17. Hey, I know you three. Furthermore, expect to encounter most of the following obligatory non-player characters, NPCs. Number 1 is the townsperson or crew member who wanders aimlessly in circles and never quite gets where he is going. I think that just summed up every NPC ever in the history of RPGs, including Western ones. Hilariously incompetent or cowardly soldiers. Biggs and Wedge come to mind for mate. But there are so many of these I couldn't possibly list them all. Number 3, the NPC who has a crush on another NPC and can't quite work up the nerve to tell him or her, so instead tells every other person who wanders by about it at great length. Something like that happened in Sonic Unleashed, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
And I'm wondering, as I read these text blurbs, why are you telling a random blue hedgehog this?
Because it reminds him of his imaginary friend.
Number 4, a group of small children playing hide and seek.
Majora's Mask.
I have to admit, I've never run into that particular one.
Majora's Mask, it's the first thing you do in that game.
I never played Majora's Mask. Number 5, the wise and noble captain/king/high priest. Oh, true that. I'm trying to think of the first one that comes to mind, but there is no first one that comes to mind. They all come to mind at once and get lost in the jumble. The next one is the wise and noble captain/king/high priest's spluttering evil second in command. Why am I thinking of Wormtongue from the Lord of the Rings movies before anyone else? I don't know why.
He is the classic example.
Nobody, including the hero, will notice the second's constant, crazed scheming until the moment when he betrays everyone to the forces of badness. Wait a second, this is Kefka.
No, do you know who this reminds me of? That Luigi.
This is Kefka.
Do you know who this reminds me of? That Luigi lookalike in Ocarina of Time at Talon Ranch. I can't remember his name.
Oh,
I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name either, though.
I don't remember his name. He was so obscure. I only remember him being there. Next is the NPC who is obsessed with his completely mundane job and witters on endlessly about how great it is. He's so thrilled by it that he wants to share it with everyone he sees. So given a quarter of a chance, he'll make you do his job for him. Pointless side quests for the win. The, adult NPC who has nothing better to do than play kids' games with passersby.
Final Fantasy VIII.
Final Fantasy IX. The group of young women who have formed a scarily obsessive fan club for one of your female party members, the Treepies. Yes, the Treepies. I never quite understood that. Why does Quistis have so many fangirls? Granted, there are a few fanboys in the mix,